We need to get that on the podcast. Like we.
Yeah, no, I'll do it. No, I'll do it next week at the beginning of the show. I'll share it.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I'll just keep that running at the beginning of the week. So I'm gonna use the facilities for a second.
Same. 5-minute break. We'll be right
Yeah,
back.
hey everybody, it's great to see y'all. Hang out. We'll hang out for a little bit longer, um, as well. So be right back.
Okay, I'm back. I think Mark's significantly older, so I think he needs much longer for his pee breaks. So until he gets back, let's see what questions we would have answered. Let's see. Shit, this was a good one. Goose said, I forgot. This is a conversation from a week or two ago, where I guess I was just relentlessly shitting on characters. And Goose asked, I'll answer this on the podcast in the future, but he says, what kind of characters does Mino even like? Because I keep talking about the characters I hate, like Tidus and Terra. Um, I like characters with a lot of decision points. Anyone who's done like a lot of turn-based gaming or tabletop gaming knows that decision points means that because board games are usually turn-based, when it comes to your turn, how many options do you have on your turn, right? And so characters like Tifa and Tidus and Terra, these are the worst motherfucking characters. Leon, some of these characters, because the choice is always so obvious. This is why I hate Alice, because I feel like Alice has zero decision points. You just pull up a flow chart and you follow it. There's no freedom to break that flow, to break that rotation. There's no decision. You're literally just following orders. All right. Um, the characters that I like that people are gonna hate are like Eldnarsh. Eldnarsh is one of my favorite characters because despite his playstyle having the same strategy going into every fight, his turns vary depending on your team comp, depending on how fast the enemy is, depending on what debuffs the enemy is immune to that he has. All right. So like every fight he goes in, even though ultimately his goal is to lock the enemy out, you have to play slightly differently to do it. Other characters I like that have a lot of decision points. Um, like I was just saying, Zidane is my flavor of speedster. He's somebody that has a lot of consecutive turns, but it's not like Terra where you hit the LD button and then you just press whatever the fuck button you want for 5 times in a row. Or like Core where you don't make any decisions. He's just autopilot for the whole fight. Um, Zidane, depending on how many enemies are on the field, what their break status is, what their brave is, you have to constantly make decisions every time. So I guess the TLDR answer here is I like characters that make you think and that have varying play styles. I hate characters that are autopilot. I fucking hate characters that require zero thought, like Tifa. Tifa is S2 to get the buff up, or if you want instant turns. LD if you want big damage. S1 if you're out of LDs. Like, these type of really simple characters are the worst fucking characters. Oh wait, Mark, are you back? I heard you.
I am back. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So we're talking
So
about
we're
your
answering
favorite characters.
questions.
Great.
Yeah, unofficially, right?
Yeah. C Sam asks, why is Mino such a douche? Upbringing, nurture. Nurture and nature.
Where is it?
Um, and this is in chat. Hey, oh, did Res Foina jump on?
Wait, she did?
No, someone was just using Res photo picture there. Taco asks, what is the next trash bander aside from Sync and Guy?
Whoa, I
Let
like
me
Sync.
look.
How dare you? I like Sync.
Like the next easy skip, like, I mean, Promptu Aranea probably. Aranea doesn't get much. Promptu's good, but
I
you
think
can live
Prompto's
without
good.
him.
I said
I mean, I'm pulling for Kistis, but Kistis Porum you could skip easily. I think that
easy skip.
Zach Ash banner. Uh,
Vayne Iraha is going to be my choice. I mean, if you want to say Zach Ash, I think that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Zach Ash is a good one, and Vayne Iraha.
Vayne, yeah, that's a good skip.
I would almost argue Kate Gabranth, but Kate has a pretty unique mechanic. Unique mechanic, and I like unique.
Kane Barrett, right? I have Kane Barrett on my.
That's so far in the future.
Yeah.
Why are you looking all the way into December?
Oh, I thought that's what you said. I thought you say what were you? Which banner were you talking about? I thought you said Kane.
Oh no, I said
Oh, Kate. Yeah. Kate Sith. Yeah.
Kate.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. I just misheard you. Very good. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Good. Yeah. There are other questions.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I was just unofficially going through some of these for the post show. Unless we had something to talk about the post show. Do we need to move channels, by the way, to let people in? Does anyone even want to come on? BC is usually too fucking tired to join us. So I don't know.
Yeah, we can. I'll pull you in.
Just jump in the post.
There we go. We're in the post show. You can see our voices now. After watching some of the other, I do realize how nice it is to know who's talking when they're talking, especially if there's no cameras. So, if anybody wants to jump in, that's fine. I don't know. I mean, I think we covered a lot on the show in terms of things we were wanting to.
Usefulness of defensive artifact passives like health and defense. On takes. Who the fuck? Oh, it's BC. BC, you said it was too late to join, you motherfucker.
I was also currently eating shit on the current JP Lufeni. That's a good sign.
Oh, nice.
That's a good sign. I heard the last 3 fights have been challenging.
Yes, they've been doing things.
3 fights have been challenging.
Been messing around. And then I filled up my debuff slots and didn't realize for 5 minutes. So there's more content for YouTube.
For people who don't know, the next difficulty has been data mined, so that is coming.
No, that's not entirely true. A level 300 monster was data mined.
Oh,
that's fair.
That's the full context, not necessarily the next difficulty.
Because I've not been paying attention with everything going on in GL BC. Hey everybody, it's Black Nero. Black Nero YouTube. Like, sub, ring the bell. What's the current, like, who's the current character and what's the current fight?
It's Prish. It's Ultimate Bahamut. Oh. And the orb, it's like a triple phase orb, so that it activates from 80 to 70, and to pause the orb, you need to deal 2 consecutive turns. And anytime someone acts after that, the orb goes back. It goes back going down, and it goes down on Bahamut's turns. So ideally, you want to take 2 consecutive turns right before Bahamut goes.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of timing that I'm messing up. But thankfully, I'm going to cheese it with Quistis because it is delay immune and break delay immune. But Quistis ignores that, so I'm just going to send him to the fucking Shadow Realm. Yuna and Zakit. I was trying to manage it with Prish, but I wasn't doing a good job. Other people are doing more creative stuff. I am not.
That's my wife who says, "Is the Discord down? Are you having trouble joining it?" That's fine. Either way, it sounds like, I mean, even if you don't want to say the level 300 boss is conclusive, we all suspect a new difficulty.
We suspect. I agree with that. I just wanted to say that at a new difficulty wasn't data mined. A level 300 boss was data mined.
But it sounds like it is ramping up.
Yes.
I'm not surprised.
The boss also has a lot of health.
I'm not surprised because we've been saying for the longest time that there's definitive proof that sales have been suffering as difficult as content got easier. So I'm sure any corporation can see declining sales for 3, 4, 5 months and say, okay, we have an idea what the fucking problem is. So, like, it's about time. Very welcome. And then we're gonna get a difficulty jump. I've always suspected that was a long-term plan anyways. Otherwise, they would not have rushed through sea level 90s. Sea level 90s have been going through faster than any other sea level tuning pass.
The good
There's
thing about better sea level 90s, I was farming some Ultima mats because I was trying to level my Yuna's Ultima weapon up, is that it makes just EX plus characters a lot more viable in older Lufenia stages. Like I was doing like a level 90 Seymour that's purple and a level 90 Steiner with an LD Celis, and I was holding my own against the Medusas.
Right. And it's VL is saying like, I think they knew. First of all, VL, we always say again, they
Know.
plan a year and a half in advance. There's no way they didn't plan for this. But yes, no, they always knew, which is why they rushed through sea level 90s. I think so too. I think they're trying to bring the entire roster up to a certain standard before they implement the new tuning pass. So that not everybody has to wait so fucking long, 2 years to be up to par. So like by the time they end the LD era, everyone has an LD, almost everyone has a 90, everyone's on the same playing field before they jump to the next level, which I think is pretty cool. But that's always been my theory that for sure they've been planning another jump.
So I'm ready for you to eat your words on Ace.
All right. I stick to Ish so hard. You really did anyone test that? No one in chat said. Did they
About the revive
test
thing?
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone tested it, but
if it is so valuable for the first month,
you said something that I said about Ace, and I don't remember what I said about Ace, so I just kind of dropped it. But I think the thing I was trying to get at was kind of in the realm of it wasn't that I was playing Ace so incorrectly that it was a minor thing. I guess I didn't make that obvious on the stream yesterday. It was I was letting his trap debuff expire too early, so I was losing uptime on it. That was the thing I messed up, which isn't huge because I won the fight. But if I were playing more optimally, I would have had more uptime on the traps. That being said, Ace is just a lot better in practice than he is on paper. He's just one of those like, oh shit. He was the same vibes as I said. Porum. I famously say that Porum was one of those like I don't see the value in that. And then eventually down the line, except I did have Ace and I saw the value there. I was like, oh well shit. I see the value now. I think you might have to back up on that one.
Taco is saying Loof Orb set HP to 0. No, yeah, you have a friend die, and then Yish will come in, and then she can full revive. Because Loof Orb set HP to 0, it doesn't count as HP damage taken. So it's 0 HP damage taken. Ish comes back in, revives the party. You go finish the fight with no orbs. BC, what I remember, okay, so that's what you were talking about the possible misquote. I remember distinctly you saying that is a testament to the power of Ace, that I have not been playing him optimally and he's been overperforming like crazy.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying that's what I remember you saying.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, yeah, because I think he is just that good.
Doesn't Yish do that without green? Sure. But can you meet the DPS checks of fights without her green? That's the real question.
Doesn't Yish do? Oh yeah, that's a good point. She can do that without green.
She can do that, yes. No doubt.
I think that's all I had to say.
Shit, what were you saying before you fucking jumped in?
We were talking about something. Sice, I think we were talking about Sice. She got a costume. Is it a
I don't think she has a costume.
No bikini costume. Regardless. What the hell's wrong? No summer outfit. Obviously we see your icon. Yeah. She the last one? Is she the only one we're missing?
The last type 0
playable,
cadet,
yeah. For playable,
yeah, the playable, without we don't have a type. We don't have a. Well, we have one character. I guess you could consider the antagonist.
Who? Oh, that's why he got the BT, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. I mean, we always talk about this. I was talking about it on a Frog server last week, right? Like, antagonist doesn't mean fucking
Yeah.
Zeromus is gonna come in for FF4 and get a BT because we argue about that all the time.
Yeah.
Right? Like they're like who is shit, what was one without a villain? Oh yeah, who is FF13's BT gonna be? Is it gonna be fucking Bunavazil or whoever that fucking god
Yeah,
is
that's
with
probably
the stupid ass name?
Yes.
Yeah, no,
FF13 is
yeah, and
stupid.
it's like Reigns could easily be the BT representation for
Wouldn't
13.
that be something? That'd be annoying.
You could just
Well,
look at the
Caius. Oh, I guess he's from the So Sarah can get one. Yeah, Noel could get one, or Noel has one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And they keep making bosses unable to be broken, which makes me not use Null.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
yeah, that definitely sucks for him.
You have my mind going about the whole best and worst BT thing, and you're saying good things, and I'm trying to get my brain wrapped around it, but I think you guys brought a good perspective, and I especially appreciate bringing up the stance of taking a stance. The fact that you said take a stance, I think that's a valid thing, and that's why I do my poll plans instead of should you polls.
Right.
It puts skin in the game.
Right.
This is what I'm doing and why.
I yelled at Mark when he started his SYPs. I swear I know Mark started, and he also did the same damn thing. It depends on your roster, is what he was saying in his video. And I immediately told Mark, I was like, look, if I was doing SYPs or if I went to SYPs, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, I would rather hear your personal take than an objectively good take. And I feel like a lot of content creators out there are giant pussies who sit on the fence because they don't want to upset any of their fans or patrons or anything. And so they'll always say it depends. I think it's perfectly okay to say this is what I'm doing. In fact, I would rather hear this is what you're doing instead of this is my objective take, because there's a lot of SYPers out there who give advice they don't follow. They'll say skip this character and then they'll pull.
Lord,
right?
Lord
Like,
Touch Me. Lord Touch Me wants to know when you're going to start your SYPs.
Pay me.
Okay.
There you go. Good answer.
Mino coffee.
Yeah. And you don't have to be like that's what a evaluation like. You don't have to be objective. You can just say why you're thinking that way. And I encourage other people to, and like people keep asking my band comments like, who do I choose? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. They can decide.
This is what.
Well, and that's 100% fair. I think I think you can do, and people do. I think you can do evaluation videos. Here's what the character does. If you're interested in them, invest in them, right? And we've stopped saying it because we shouldn't have to say it. Yeah, if it's a favorite, you play your damn favorites. But there are winners and losers. Like, I mean, here in GL, there are winners and losers. The GL firsts have been more powerful than a lot of other characters. Beatrix was quite powerful. Araneo was exceptionally broken. Core is very, very powerful. How far he'll get, we don't know yet because there's no foresight, but we know definitively Aranea carried an entire 6 months of content. Beatrix, at least 3. People used her longer, but easy, 3 months looking back at that. Core's probably going to do the same thing. So at least a few months of beating through things. So I mean, I green Zidane, but you have to say that, is that the best advice for everybody in the game? I certainly don't think so, given the limited resources. And that's my thing. It's, these BT plus, they're rare right now, and they're still fairly rare in Japan, right? I mean,
people are getting a little high on synergy lately. It's gonna be funny.
Yeah. The blues and the greens are coming fast and loose. The blues and the greens.
Yeah, the blues. I've been saying that for months in the TCC Discord now. Like people were reckless with these blues. Like how many? Okay,
we got a lot of
blue
people
are still getting used.
We got a lot of people who have like 10 blues.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a shot at Blart directly here. You were enjoying your blue Gomez for a bit. But where's he at now, bro?
Oh
Where's he
yeah,
at now?
dude. I hope Zoe doesn't watch this. But I was on I guessed it on a live stream the last couple of days. I forget. I'm pretty drunk right now. And oh no, it was yesterday. Yeah, for sure. Yesterday we were watching Raw Life Fail Lufania Plus for like 5 hours,
Uh-oh.
and
Oh yeah,
Zoe
that
and
was
I were
fun.
there,
That was fun.
and then Zoe and I were testing the event as it came live, and we were both running non-synergy, non-BT plus, right?
Yeah.
And then instantly, like within the first couple of turns, you can tell a team's not working. And
Uh-huh.
then so Zoe tried a few things and instantly scrapped teams, and I was like, Zoe, what happened to Afmauzande? Shit, who was the
X Death, X Death, X Death.
next step? Right. And she very respectfully said, okay, she might have underestimated the new difficulty, and okay, she'll take that L. So like, I mean, like, I'm not gonna shit on anyone that takes the L, but clearly, like, newer players were roster resets are real.
Yeah.
Like, they fucking happen.
It's a
They
real
happen.
thing.
Yeah.
There's two sides to the dooming coin. The issue with people going crazy is that they blow things out of proportion and they get hysteria going. But you still got to respect these stages.
That being
That's
said,
the important
BC.
part.
That being
What's up?
said, you said that like dooming may or may not be a good thing.
Yes.
I think you should run with this because you're right. Fights like Yuna and some others during that surprise hell month in
It went under
GL,
the radar because everyone pulled.
yeah, and then people in the community panicked. Whereas the Loof Plus was very sufficiently doom posted about, and nobody's complaining now that it comes because they all knew this was going to be a
We
harder
have
fight.
direct we don't even need to theorize about it anymore. We have direct examples of what was hyped and what wasn't hyped and what was bitched about and what wasn't bitched about. Uh,
So,
it's useful,
err on the
maybe.
side of caution and just doom
I don't
post about
know.
everything.
Yeah, I know. Just be in constant fear. I guess what's this thing, like a little stress is good for you. Don't get too comfortable, or else you'll blue gold best.
That's right. don't friends don't let friends blue gold bez. I do. I regret all my blues.
You don't have any blues, you asshole,
I
right?
do know.
Still?
I have 6 or 7. Yeah.
Really? Oh shit!
Mhm.
I thought you weren't touching the blues at all.
No, I blued all kinds of characters. Yeah.
That's why I specifically, because I blew Golbez and JP,
Right.
and he's turbo bench. And I wasn't about to do that again. I'm actually really good with my my high armors now. I'm going for 1,000,000 gems in JP, by the way. I'm almost at 7,500K. That's higher than my GL stash has ever been. I have successfully learned to hoard, and I did my blues based on who I knew I'd probably pop off with in Lufenia Plus, and some of these people what's it called? Strago. Strago was a decent example, but yeah, John Belmont, why Necklord, why'd y'all blue Zonde, bro? You knew better than that.
Oh,
He couldn't hit his caps.
There's blue Zondes. That's not good.
No, that's so
That's not
bad.
There's
Oh
blue
my God.
Zondes.
There are winners.
RBK is a goofball for bluing Fujin.
There are winners and losers, and Zonde's a loser.
Y'all got too much dip on your chip there, bro. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
And it was that one tree dude ran
yeah.
because he ran that Porum, I think it was Porum X Death, and was it Zonde? He did Zonde something in that fight. I want to see if he can get that working on guys Lufenia and
Blonde cycle
and Areneas and Quistuses, because it's not going to be as sweet there. Again, we can't always fence it. Like there are choices, but there are bad decisions.
Yeah, I just think, okay, so I always bitch to BC throughout the week when we see stupid shit. I think our PMs are just literally us posting stupid shit we see to each other. And it really is so mind-boggling because people will approach DFFOO differently than they approach other aspects of their life. because in life, certain people are so discerning about certain things, right? Like everyone has something they're picky about, whether it's like food or cars or shoes or clothing or something. Like everyone has lots of categories that they can be discerning about. Yet when it comes to DFFOO, that just all goes out the fucking window. Like you can't say one that you prefer one thing more than the other. Like I feel like it's such a shitty thing. Like I don't know, man. Be able to apply consistent logic throughout your life.
Well,
Everyone has. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say we've experienced it. I mean, throughout the life of the podcast, like we've had. I mean, this is now years ago, right? We had shows where we're like, yeah, this person really didn't get much with their 35 CP or their EX weapon's not very good. I mean, we get like death threats and hate mail. Like you said, my favorite character is not good. Well, yeah, like arguably they're not very good. So like
it happens.
I
think
sorry.
That's kind of I want to take responsibility for that because I always try and champion. There's always two sides of the coin because you want to champion the underrepresented people, but sometimes the devs just miss,
right?
And then someone who has been successful enough making things work in the past might get a little too confident, and then they're like, "Oh, maybe I went a little bit too far." Like one of my biggest mistakes in global right now was bluing Noel in global because I didn't touch him after like 2 weeks because I forget sometimes because and I at least said this. I think I told everybody like getting Noel now is a horrible idea because he's not that good. I straight up said that.
Yeah,
and I'm like I'm about to run him. And then, but the issue was that I was having so much more fun with him in JP that I didn't want to use him at all in global. So I'm like, well, fuck, there's a wasted blue. I could have had a blue Setzer right now, enjoying him differently, but no. So I mean, it's like again, it's easier for it to you to think things are gonna work, but that's why I always say like it's easy to champion a character in the moment, but think about if you're gonna be using them 2 months down the line or a month from now.
Right.
And I think the whole player expression with blues thing, I also try and view blues as a way to lock myself into using units. Like it's not like, oh shit, I blew them and I benched them. I'm rad now. Now I'm blowing people I'm gonna force myself to use. So it kind of becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And also that way I end up hoarding more anyways. With the whole Genshin taught me this, the hyper carry notion that you want to invest hard in a couple people and let some other people carry the scraps, so you might be able to be more effective that way. It's sort of that line of thinking. Chat's getting happy. Tree Void, he's the guy. Zonde isn't the best, but I want to see what I can do. It's a fun alternative challenge. I'll be watching.
Yeah, no. I'm fine with that. So to address chat as a whole, because chat's moving fast now, and we're more ranty with 3 people. But yeah, no, like there are certain people who will, as BC said, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you invest in these characters and then you use these characters, like Rivik with Fujin, right?
Yeah.
He got a lot of mileage out of Fujin. I don't think that's a waste at all.
No.
But not everyone's like that.
No.
Some people will invest in the moment and then never touch the character. We all have stories of that character that we invested a lot of pulling resources or ingot resources and just didn't fucking touch. So that's always a consideration. And the other thing is there's a difference between doing that during garbage time and then doing that when it counts.
Right.
And a lot of people, like the newer people like Zoe, who joined in the middle of she joined in the middle of Lufania, so she's never seen a difficulty jump. And so like she's only seen content get easier, and then despite Macnol and BC,
yeah, that's got to be a shock, isn't it?
Time.
I mean,
yeah,
no, I as soon as I learned what the term meant, I was on board.
Okay, but I'm saying, despite the fact that we got pushback for calling the last 3 months or so garbage time in Lufania,
it wasn't. People got their shit pushed in by Yuna. That's proof enough it wasn't garbage time.
1 or 2 exceptions is break the rule. The point is, like, they get soft, and then sometimes there are just these power spikes that require you to lean towards more objective meta thinking. There really, really is. I want to see all these people show me the creative runs for Pandy, because I've only been seeing Teratitas core comps that I don't even think would work without core. I don't think that would work without core. I really feel like that's GL specific. That we got such a busted ass GL first that Terra and Tidus are getting through this fight. Like, if you do this fight with them without core, you're not gonna win. Prove me wrong. But like, we got a busted ass GL first as enabling more comps, which to Square Enix's credit should be the point of a good GL first, right?
Yeah, they
like
did good
enable
on
more
that.
comps.
And
I
they
mean,
impacted some FOMO on people who skipped, by the way, because all those core can't be that good people.
Yeah,
feeling pretty bad right now.
Trevoid did. He's saying that in chat, and I see it in our Discord. Tifa, Amidatillion, and Porum, no BT, no friend. So
Fuck! God damn it, Trevoid, that's a sick run.
Mouse. Mouse did that's Yuna Zell Amidatillion. So I mean there are some
These are good runs.
Yeah, Anomander no BT, but Zidane, Porum, Agrius. But yeah, there are some good runs. Shady Terraforce did, Warrior of Light, Von Setzer, good runs, right? There's options. Not a lot. I mean, again, you're still. I mean, Porum was hyped up for the good reason, right? I mean, it's not like these are loser characters. Tifa, Amidatillion, Porum, Warrior of Light, Von Setzer.
These aren't taking Tidus off the mid and giving Asami.
Yeah, these are not. These are not trash characters. These are meta characters. Some of them are older than others. So, yeah. Oh, Rivik used Queen. I haven't seen that one.
Shugo's saying, in my humble opinion, the point of using Terra, Tidus, Zell, Speedster types is to bring a follow-up characters like X-Death, Core, Yang, and go for aggressive no-turn boss strats. Shugo, that is completely valid. What I am saying is I really don't think you could do that without Core. People are saying X-Death and Yang are great follow-up characters. I want to see runs, these no-turn runs with X-Death and Yang. They don't bring the same power as Core, and I think people really underestimate that Core as a follow-up character is so busted
yes,
that he allows these speedsters that would not otherwise work.
Well, not only, I mean, it completely different than, I mean, because X-Death damage is just going to kind of go down, 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 right? But, Yang is just doing a follow-up attack, and it's limited because he can run out of that. Core never runs out, and he's also empowering the character that he's getting the follow-up attacks for. So
yeah, not only that, but like he has rainbow
damage.
Yeah.
Let's not forget the rainbows. Yeah.
Like he's just doing more. If you bring X-Death, it's hard. His true damage is tied to his BT effect.
Right.
You're not going to get nearly as much damage as you would off Core. And people are saying Yang. Have you tried Yang lately? He
90 reductions feels really bad.
Yeah, he's reliant.
He's hitting 9999.
Yeah, his follow-ups are 50-50 Brave gain and Brave hits, whereas Core is all Brave hits, right? So if you like Rainbow that, sure, whatever, and he has more. But Yang, with 90% reduction to the Brave gain and the Brave hits, he's doing very fucking little.
And 90 isn't the norm, but Gaia Lost Chapter has the high reductions, gain and Brave and high defense, which they counteract with Sync. And the other thing about Gaia's Lost Chapter, people are like, oh, just bring Gabranth Call. Well, if you're not deleting constantly or delaying like crazy with Sabin or Zidane, and Cypher's going to be doing ass for damage, by the way. If you're not doing that, then that Gabranth Call will run out eventually. And then you're kind of maybe Agrius in the party as well for the 4 stuns she has. And then fighting against those reductions, it's one bitch ass fight. So I hope people aren't just lower your Is it raise your expectations? Lower the synergy stats.
Be prepared.
Yeah, just it's not going to feel great. Just know it's coming.
Yeah, I mean, Void did do an X-Death run with Zidane and Porum. So I mean, and Yuna getting the support there. I haven't seen a rude Goose did a rude run. That's hilarious. With Green Zidane and Yuna. So let's throw that caveat in there. I'm not seeing a Yang run so far. Yeah, I can't
You're all
imagine.
making me glad I pulled Zidane. I feel like Zidane's still a pretty good pull. He's
a good LD this cycle.
Yes.
This month, the BT pluses are very close together. Like, I would recommend Zidane purely on the fact that he's 2-week synergy and eases you into Loof Plus. That alone, I would be like, you green Zidane? I'm not even gonna. I can't even disrespect that. Yeah.
Good for farming, good, and especially in Panda and Guy / Hector. That alone, ease of mind. But you mentioned that the Vayne Aroha banner is a good skip. Hell the fuck yeah! That is one of my most regretted banners ever in JP.
Is
Vayne is so bad. Oh my god! Like Ishtola, at least use supporty at least at LD, so maybe you could feasibly use her. But LD Vayne, just ugh. No, thank you. Oh, I feel so bad.
Yeah, next month is a little. Yeah, I mean, if we start looking at multiple months of BT pluses, then they're the four that we start with are pretty good starts.
Yeah, they are.
I said on Ranting Hour that the returning BTs are lesser. I feel like that's more true the farther out we go.
Right.
Like the returning BTs this month are very good, right? Like Yish and Bart's, and then COD is soonish. But as time continues, I feel like the divide grows, right?
But I Cloud of Darkness in party or just as a friend unit still? I mean,
Cloud of Darkness in party
either is fine.
At least more valuable with BT plus because they get the 20% party HP damage up. That's huge.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, that alone makes a huge difference.
Taco saying Tidus BT plus. Tidus and Furion are among some of the lowest difficulty content times we get. Do you?
Tidus was cleaning house in this recent fight. Tidus is still broken, so he's fine.
Right.
And Furion has the same Brave gain up as Ishtola plus his other goodies, so he's fine. But most of the duds are old BT pluses, but there's not even that many duds. It's like Arden, Golbez, Toto, Lightning, Onion Knight.
Ramza is being brought up as well.
Ramza is a god.
Cloud
is good.
Yep.
All right. I mean, I guess people really just have to make hard decisions then.
Yes, that's the hilarious part. It's a situation where it's kind of hard to make the wrong decision, but people want to make the perfect decision,
right?
And there really isn't one.
Yeah, that's true.
And
I don't know how to. You don't know how to like give advice on this, right? Because do you want to like lean hard in one direction?
I abstain.
Yeah, do you want to lean hard in one direction, or as Ink loves to say,
roll coverage.
Cover all? Yeah, roll coverage, or lean hard in one direction and specialize.
I have a monologue in the back of my head about how playstyles are a myth and people like winning, and they justify it after the fact. Because I originally said I didn't like Zidane and the turn stealing because I don't interact with the bosses, but then I started winning with it, and I was like, wait, this is actually kind of entertaining. So I changed my mind completely. And ever since then, I'm like, playstyles are bullshit. Nobody actually knows who they like. We all just rationalize. So even then, that's why I'm just like, just do something, bro. If it sounds fun, roll with it.
How I understand playstyles when it comes to fighting games is what you do best, because some people adapt to certain strategies better than others.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, I think that's a valid, like, if you're Alphino and you love Brave gains, then you lean towards one playstyle, right?
Yeah. So there's knowing what you like and what you're good at. And if you're stuck in a crossroads and you're like, oh, what's my playstyle? That means you probably just don't have one. So just choose something and roll with it. You'll probably end up enjoying it.
Yeah, that's true.
Mark, the game is not that complex, honestly. Yeah. You do Brave damage or you battery, or you do some off-turn bullshit. Like it's not that deep. Like everything branches out from like either you're doing Brave damage or you're doing battery at the end of the day. So however you go about that is Like sometimes buttons are just fun to press, like Machina's million HP, Noel's nuke EX, Locke's nuke HP. Like sometimes buttons are just fun to press, regardless of the quote unquote play style and role coverage. So it's I think it's getting it's analysis paralysis, and I fortunately get the benefit. Well, in the other thing is if you don't know who, just Final Fantasy characters you like, and if you don't like any Final Fantasy characters, I don't know, bro. Just guess.
Yeah, just
guess. If you know what happens if you get it wrong, shit happens.
Yeah.
Part of the polls, right? Just see who you end up with.
Yeah.
Well,
I think Mark still pulls on everything, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean that's the thing, right? You're not. BTs are still not super common for most of you, right? And so, yeah, you got to use.
Like, for you guys, I guess BTs aren't common. He's like, I guess, man.
Yeah, I mean that's real because I didn't pull a burst in a JP for like 2 months straight during BT Plus, so I had to use it on burst. I didn't have an option.
You can't green who you don't have, right? So
we need to not assume that people are drowning in BTs and have the choices, because that might not be a lot of people.
I mean, I'm still thinking about moving forward with the monthly tier list kind of thing that I've been doing for the last few months, because right, if you're telling people to chase a BT, that's more resources than a free player gets every month.
Yeah.
So it is.
Might be better off just investing in the BT, because all BT pluses are power spikes regardless. Right. You might be better off just going the Ink Welder route and going roll covers. Like, okay, I got the power, but I can't hit the orb, so I guess I should grab this Kane LD because my range damage is ass.
My argument for Ink strategy is that by doing that, by constantly picking different pulls, some part of your roster is always going to be outdated.
Yes.
Yeah. So all you're doing, it's like
Thank you. That's the answer I was looking for. I
can't think of the analogy. I know there is one for this situation. Something like climbing a sinking ladder or some shit, like an endless stairway where you're constantly covering for a hole. And I don't know, man. I feel like that.
I see where you're going, and I don't like the approach either, because sometimes there's enough. If you can also combine the overlap between two units and make up for a shortcoming that one unit in themselves might provide. Like I didn't have very good range damage in general when Kane's intertwined wills whatever came out, and but then I was like, but I have Titus, and I can just use traps with Trey, and them alone aren't consistent enough for the orb, but those two together can pull it off. That makes sense.
Yeah,
and that goes back to the whole how do you put a team together in strategy? Because strategy trumps roster. Did I get that backwards? There was something smart in there, I swear.
Yeah, see Sam's calling you out, for not having enough bursts after you pulled 2 bursts tonight.
2 garbage bursts. Jesus, I'm still salty about those pulls, man. I'm so mad. Holy shit. When am I going to use Lion? Do I skip Snow now? I don't know. I got to reevaluate.
Hey, you can dispel on Garnet's intertwined wills.
Nice. Intertwined wills. I forgot.
Beatrix is fun.
Beatrix feels so good. Like it's incredible. Like she felt like ass before, and now she feels so consistent. It's amazing. The weakness damage on the debuff, and just the fact that she's going in the off turn whenever you get hit Gao style. Like it also makes me sad for Gao for what Gao could have been. He could have been doing a lot more damage.
Maybe Lion will be good next year. 5th time's the charm.
Her EX already does a lot of damage, so
useless ass character.
Wow, what happened to the FF11 solidarity?
I did it. I fulfilled the contract. I did it. I pitied Lion. I hope you're fucking happy. There's no more FF11 characters coming for a
Honestly,
long time.
I would not have even thought of it, and I remembered it because you brought up the fact that I was like, wait, why doesn't he already have Lion? What happened to FF11 love? I thought he's so simped for all the F11 girls. What happened?
I hate him. Although honestly, Prish's BT effect looks so good. Her LD and BT.
Yeah, Prish makes like there's a bunch of meme videos about Prish doing like 4 million damage with a button press at once.
What a quote unquote unique mechanic.
Yes.
Very cool.
Fun stuff.
I can't wait to see the new difficulty. This is why I love playing GL, man. I want to see you guys get blindsided.
Oh yeah, I'm about to. Oh no, I've been hoarding. I'm good. You're not gonna catch me lacking again. No sir. I'm ready. I got a bunch of high armor tokens. I got all my BT mats. I'm ready to go. They have caught me with my pants down twice. If something looks broken, I'm getting it. No way.
1,000,000 gems you have. You should be fine for like the entire next era.
75K. Yeah, this is my JP gems. Well, I've just been the horde god. I've learned in the ways. I've been trying to understand different perspectives now, and I'm starting to see the appeal in seeing the gem number go up. It's a disease. I've been infected.
Beautiful gems.
I gotta get rid of them.
Mark's gonna pass me now. I threw 75K gems.
Oh, you still got
Yeah.
100,000 over me, I think, right?
I don't know. I'm upset.
I'm
Lion. Fuck.
I'm
Lion,
at 950 before my boards.
You should have charged more, you should have said 100
That's
subs.
right, 100 subs. 50.
30 was I was like, does he really think like Mark has done a bunch of bullshit for 50? Why does he think it's not going to be 30? I was like, you idiot.
Oh my god. I thought a lot of it, like, it's the end of September. I thought everybody already spent all their money.
That's right.
That's a mistake he won't be making again. That's for certain.
Yeah, I bet our sub count. I haven't looked. I bet our sub count's looking pretty good right now.
250 and smash.
Did Mino accidentally piddle Pity Lion? It wasn't an accident.
It was not an accident. Yeah.
Machamp is waifu. It says you're banned. What's your Discord name?
I think he said he was the Nicky the BT guy. Well, if it says you're banned, you're probably banned, fam.
Nicky the Rat? Nick the Rat?
What would you do if the day comes you don't get an LD using 900 tickets? I'd use gems.
Yeah, that's what you do, right? I mean, you mix.
We advocate not mixing, but if it gets that bad,
But if you got
depends on the banner.
If you got 1,000,000 gems, I mean, you ride the tickets until you can't, and then you go about your business, right? So, Hey guys, Final Asim, how you doing, Asim? What do you think of the 60 million HP Divine Bahamut Lufania Plus stage? Sounds great.
Dude, me and Mark don't play JP, so we
don't
have
know.
no idea. We have no context of what 60 million HP is. Like, how many
it's
hits
just a number. It's just
how
a
many
number.
hits is that? Like,
I don't
just
know.
Said, like, Prish is doing like several million a hit. So
you need context for it. The context is that there's enough HP on the boss where we have to deal with the mechanics, and we can't just blow through them. That might have
HP is only going up, right? Like that's the whole
this
point.
Was the spike, but
like
yes,
on Ranting Hour, BC and Co were talking about like with like Aphmau Reigns, the whole point of that is skipping mechanics.
Yeah.
Through sheer DPS.
Phase skipping is a thing.
And
that
games
is a very valuable skill to learn in this game.
Yeah, and games will always just increase HP so you can't do that, or it's harder to do that. Like, numbers are just gonna go up. That's all it is. Like, this shouldn't be a surprise.
Yeah, and now I have to deal with the mechanics. I'm getting my shit pushed in.
I think like I think Mark was playing FF14. I think Bahamut Prime has like, let's say 1 million HP, and the newest raid has like 600 million HP. Like, like, what do you expect?
That's awful.
Like, what do you expect?
That's awful. What a terrible game.
This spike in difficulty in JP that I am very pleased with. So I can use my big guns and not feel like I'm not playing the game. So
I forgot Layla was in this game. How does she do?
Oh, Layla is one of the most broken units right now, actually. It's just she's been so wholly unnecessary because she's been breaking the game the past couple months. But now, and the people hyping up Ico with the Reviver and the Ignore of Orbs. I was just talking to some other people, and we're like, where are the Ico runs at?
Yeah, where's
is this too much AP for it?
That honestly, that triggered a red flag in me. It's like literally when Aiko debuted, I was like, "That's not a character I'm interested in." Nope. I was like, from my League of Legends days and every like all competitive gaming says, don't be
die.
that defensive.
The game does not want you to die.
don't bank on fucking dying. Like that's not going to carry over
It's
to
not
a
a good
new.
strategy.
Yeah, that's not going to
I
carry
mean,
over
and a
to a
bunch
new
of people
difficulty.
rolled up new accounts during that time, and they went and revived through a bunch of old orbs.
Oh wow.
And
Yeah.
now, if this might be the time that a bunch of new accounts start dropping off. It always happens. Garbage time happens, and the new accounts roll up, and they have their fun rolling through stuff. And then the creep happens, and they slowly filter out, and they don't keep up with it anymore. We might be
Defensive
getting that soon.
strats are always for older power crept content. As I think somebody was saying during the show, I had trouble with Loof Plus because I'm not used to playing aggressive. Somebody said that, and I've seen that in some of the streams. Right.
Gotta learn.
When new difficulty, when real difficult content comes, it's all about offense. Never bank on defense. Defense is for the weak, like
Gotta learn.
the fucking counter comps and
If you
Gladio shit.
turtle through content, they stop letting you do that. Sometimes you just gotta push. And that was, I keep saying this, but Vane's fight, the biggest problem with that fight was that I wasn't being aggressive enough. So once I just learned to just step on the pedal and worry about burning skills, I'll worry about running out of skills when I'm out of skills. Otherwise,
Silicons asked a question from you, BC. Silicon says we're out of Q&A questions. Sorry, we only have a limited amount because
Yeah.
we don't want to interrupt the podcast that much.
Yep.
So he's been highlighting, so it's harder to catch. But he asked BC,
was it the ticket thing?
yeah, what would you do if a day comes and you don't get an LD?
Oh,
using
yeah,
that?
I answered that. I said I'd use jumps.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Nothing more to it.
Yeah.
Oh, Silicon, it's a limited amount per episode or day.
Yeah,
or
no,
whatever.
it has nothing to do with you personally. It's just it's the number of uses per stream. I think I have it said so people can only do that 5 times a stream total. Only 5 people total. You can only do it once per stream, each individual, but 5 times total, and then it's done because again we will interrupt the podcast to answer a question. And so we don't want to be doing that all night. So, yeah, so that's why that's the case. So, but you don't need to use those during post show. We try to pay attention. We don't always do that. But yeah, it's just a way to make sure we get your questions answered. Yeah.
I tried to turtle through Bahamut and got railed, so I just went T to Selfie and Laguna. Yeah, just kill it faster. That's the problem I'm having right now, and I'm trying to time my DPS better. But once I get that down, I'm good.
Yeah,
Nice.
and Starscream, just to speak to that, that's usually been a universal fucking rule for gaming. I play a lot of competitive games. It's always offense over defense. Defense, any character in any competitive game that is seen as a defensive character is usually low to bottom tier. Grapplers in fighting games are usually almost always fucking bottom tier. Same with if you ever raid MMOs in progression wise, tanks are the last people to get gear because you don't need to increase your defense. You just need enough defense to not die. Anything over that is extra. Why would you increase your defense? This always goes back to more DPS, faster clears, more mechanics skipped. DPS is always king in a competitive setting.
That's why
Defense
I
is
watch
for
Clay's
pussies.
videos all the time because he's really good at doing that.
Yeah, defense is for pussies.
Chewy Goo says I use Terra for Bahamut.
Yes.
Okay.
Terra is what I'm trying to avoid using.
Terra got a tuning pass at some point.
It's a consecutive turns thing. So I think I only explained the first part of the fight. So there's three parts. You get an orb count of 3 in the beginning, and it's from 90 to 80, and it pauses after 2 consecutive turns, and then the same happens from 40 to 30, but then it's at 2. So if you get 2 turns, you're done for. If you don't pause the orb at the same time, and then from 30 to 0, if you don't pause it right before his turn and he gets a turn, you're just done.
Oh, BC, I want to bring this up, and I hope you fucking push this. Everyone, there's now such a fucking narrative in the community to skip COD BT Plus. I hope we fight against this because one, COD BT Plus, as any other BT Plus, is still not a bad pick.
Yeah,
and it's still fine in party for her cycle and like the definitive like couple of weeks. And second is COD BT Plus friends are invaluable. So I want to encourage as many people to put them up as friends as
Yeah,
possible.
I've seen that get misconstrued a bit. It's not that Cloud of
We
Darkness
push
BT
too hard
is
in
bad.
one direction.
Yeah,
We need to
I
bring
think,
it. We need to bring the balance back.
I
Well,
wanted the point was know what you're doing
Yeah.
and don't max stuff out of hype. It wasn't that Cloud of Darkness BT plus isn't good. It was that make sure you're not jumping into something that might screw you over down the line if you're not that interested in the unit. And you're just trying to pull to save yourself in the doomsday.
Thank you, Final Isom. You're the hero we need.
Yeah,
And
please.
More blue
yeah, I know
clouds.
Nidra is going to do it. Alpha knows, so people will, because there are going to be those people that feel like they need a Cloud, because it was those meme posts that were like, "Oh, good luck in Lifinia Plus without Cloud of Darkness BT Plus." Like some of those takes are just stupid, but doesn't mean Cloud of Darkness is fantastic. It's just it's the buyer's remorse that I'm always trying to help people avoid, because that feels worse than arguably that feels worse than not completing content. Doing something with the unit you don't like and not using them ever again, that's got to be painful.
Yeah, we definitely pushed way too hard in one direction for that, and
I also
like
Cloud of Darkness, so
because I know Mark and I pretty much shat on Cloud of Darkness on EX
unreleased.
Plus release, or LD
Cloud of
release,
Darkness,
LD release.
even EX Plus Cloud of Darkness wasn't too great either. Let's
No.
not get
No, yeah. CSAM, would people want a Bart's BT plus a green Bart's friend unit?
Potentially,
yeah. I mean, there's a couple fights that, even that, because he's so slow.
yeah.
You know, I mean, even with 5 turns, just to throw up his
sure.
BT plus, yeah. Probably not every day, but not the worst. You're gonna want to start throwing up your greens, right? for friend units.
That's probably going to be a ranting hour question. I'm probably going to piggyback off of that, but some people in chat are already saying, will core trivialize green COD friend?
What?
What's that? What do you mean?
They're saying, like, with core, would you not need green's Cloud of Darkness?
Hell no.
What? Yeah, I'm not really.
That's not even a question.
So
that was rhetorical.
I hope you address that.
I don't. The damage difference is not even close. It's a 20% HP damage up party wide, plus the constant follow ups. Oh, that's not even close.
Because now they're saying, yeah, COD gets the HP damage up, but core gets more follow ups.
Is that assuming the boss gets turns?
I don't know.
Well, are we talking about a friend unit?
Yeah, I don't.
A core friend unit.
I don't think people realize that Cloud of Darkness's rework includes like a personal like 20 or 30 percent HP damage up too. So Cloud of Darkness HP damage output is spikes like crazy.
Well, Q0 is saying if you have core and party, you probably don't need a COD friend.
Nah, that's ridiculous. That's not true. It's not gonna work like that.
I like COD friends now.
We're gonna get core out of synergy, bro.
Yeah.
I forgot that core was synergy for this fight. I forgot.
He is. He was synergy for this fight. Yeah, no doubt.
And a lot of people were running him with like Setzer and Porum and shit. So or a burst. So might as well just bring COD at that point. Yeah, not even close.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can pair core with Setzer, but then you got orb management and fight management.
You got a whole ass fight in front of you.
But people will find ways to run with things for a while. So, core Setzer COD. Okay.
Why not both on the same team? let me see that on the fight. That's all I'm gonna say. Let me just don't. Let's not talk about it. Just do it. Let's see how it works.
That's orb coverage, right? Like, how are you going to cover the orb?
I mean, that's always the issue in this game, right? People, especially new players, like, what's the one team I can, what's the best team to make? Well, that's not. Yeah, there have been times when you've been able to coast with a team, but
that barely works anymore.
Yeah,
half-mile range is like the exception to that, and that requires some finesse.
I'm ready to run half-mile range for the next 8 months.
Yep, me too.
I want 2 million gems. I got a huge setback today, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit
this
2
was
million.
this was a dark day for both of us. We both lost a lot of gems.
What did you lose?
I G tokened a book.
Why?
Oh,
It's on you.
I don't know why you
Zidon's
did.
trash. I don't know why you did that. I didn't spend any gems on Zidane.
I'm just saying. Spent a lot of gems. It's worth it.
I'm getting ready to wrap
Yep,
up,
me too.
gentlemen.
Hey,
Nice.
thanks
That was
everybody. Man, C-Sam, Taco, Tree Void. Man, thank you for the gift subs tonight. That was awesome. Everybody else who subbed, thank you. We really appreciate all of you hanging out with us, and thank you BC for hanging on. Thank you Mino. We'll see you around. So talk to y'all later. Night.